Call to order the special council meeting for the corporation of the township of Brunel and Dr. Ragland this 25th day of February 2026 at 7:05 p.m. Roll call, Councillor Banks. Councillor Hopfield. Here. Councillor Keller.
Here.
Councillor Quad. And I'm here, so I guess we have a quorum. We have a motion that we, the council for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Dundalk and Ragland, adopt the agenda as submitted. So I can move for that, please. Moved by Councillor Hopfield, seconded by Councillor Keller. Any comments or questions? No. I'll call for the vote.
Yeah.
Opposed, none, the motion is carried. Is there any disclosure pecuniary interest with anything on the agenda for anyone tonight?
And money?
No. Okay. Purpose of this meeting is for budget discussion. And I'd like to thank staff for this draft budget that they have put together. It's a good starting point for us for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big job putting that together. So I'll turn it over to you, Christina.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Council has any questions or any particular place we want to start? I did put in a 2% increase for taxes.
Okay.
And we're on balanced budget to start, so. I don't know. Council wants to start.
Page by page.
Yeah, well, the first page is kind of an accumulation of all the other things.
Yeah, it's just a summary.
Yeah. So, beyond funding, I see we've got, like $100,000 increase. Is that, was there a reason for that? Is it because of policing costs, or is it just that's what they gave us?
That's
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
And have we applied for student grants?
No.
No? The reason being?
The staff doesn't have time to mentor them.
Okay.
The pothole prevention, is that new?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
so that's a separate grant we got?
Yes.
Really?
Did you have to apply for that one?
Yes, we have to.
And is it just a 1 year thing, or is
It's
it going?
looking like going forward, it's going to be something every year that we can apply for. I don't know what the funding is going to look like year to year, but that was the allocation for 2025 into 2026, so we have until March to spend that money. I did speak to council previously about our grader and looking for a motor job. That money is going to cover fixing our grade. So it can be applied to equipment repairs. It can be applied to fuel, it can be applied to man hours, it can be applied to
Yeah.
materials for fixing roads. Quite a wide range of different things, but
Okay.
seeing how we had that spent by March.
Yeah.
And that was a big issue, last year, we thought that's what we'd be spending on this year.
We want to confirm that that exact expense will be covered.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, if everything goes good with the repairs, we may have some to allocate towards maybe some gold patch or something.
Yeah.
But
Okay. And I was looking at the amount of dollars from Ontario grants, that if we were to lose our grants, it's almost 1.2 million, which would lead to approximately 32 an addition of 32 points to our tax rate, which would be a huge increase to our taxes. So,
it's either that or you're gonna see a lot of service goods.
yeah, like I kind of mentioned it to someone that works in government. That, well, maybe we just won't accept the mineral aggregate, and we said. We're entitled to do that. But we don't know
Consequences.
the consequences of that, what we would face with the problems. And I think we've been elected to look after our ratepayers, to make it affordable for them to live here. And I think by opposing the province and having them come down on us and take away money in programming is not being responsible for what we've been elected for. My thoughts.
No.
Okay. Fees and services.
Just before we go. The community garden, is that just what's left in the?
Actually, it was completed last year, so
Okay.
There's nothing there.
It's not Lisa. That Lisa's up, eh?
yes.
So it's done.
So we're done.
So what happens if? Nothing happens there anymore, like it's, everything's off of it,
It's been cleaned up and
it's cleaned up.
turned back home,
Do we have to take out the raised gardens and that?
the contract stipulates we can leave it how we wish to see it, so we don't have to raise that in place in case maybe the landlord won't leave it.
Okay. Okay, so we're ready for page 3. I'm looking at rent. And I think that figure should be changed
I see what you're referring to then.
from 482. Any ideas? Page 3.
No, I know, I was looking for a pencil, I wish I would have pencil instead of it, yeah. That's all right, I got it.
Okay, what's your thoughts?
What were you thinking on changing the amount?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, what were you thinking?
Well, I think 750, I mean, that's a lot, but where do you rent a prime lot to run a business for the summer?
Yeah.
Well, more than just the summer, spring and fall and
Mhm.
summer. I don't know what your feelings are, but that's mine.
So as it is right now, it's $40 a month.
yeah,
Yeah. Like, I mean.
Yeah, when you look at it that way, it's a pencil, yes.
yeah.
If he grows it, I mean, in 100, what's it?
That is fine. yeah.
Be 1,200 would be good.
No, I'm saying he made it $100 instead of. 70. 833. How much does he, how often does he pay?
Once a year,
Yeah,
he pays for the entire year.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine with the 750, should we talk to you?
Well, we have to give him notice.
Be 62.50 and kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's still. I mean, it can be revisited in the future. too.
Yeah.
I would imagine at one of the next couple meetings, the agreement will be coming before council again to renew that, so if we need to modify it, then make that correction.
Well, I think we would let him know that we're planning on raising it when he comes in. That maybe he's not into this.
So. We're changing it to 750 for the year?
Mhm.
I don't think that's too much.
I don't think so.
This has been that now for a while.
Forever. Cindy was playing that. Was even maybe Mary was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So last year our tipping fees and garbage tags and that, what their actual was 47,000.
Mhm.
And I see we're budgeting 25, and what's the reason behind that?
You just never know
I know,
what it's going to be.
Yeah, you look at your actual from 2024.
yeah, and you're,
Right there, right, so.
and you're better to
That probably,
budget low than high.
yeah.
Planning chart on that.
Now, one new line in there is the recycling and depot operations agreement.
So that's the agreement with the forestry, right?
Let's see.
So that's what it'll be for the year for the fees. Is that any cheaper than before then, but
Well, now this is a revenue where it was,
yeah.
There's an expense.
Yeah,
That's,
Yeah,
We're not paying trucking.
No, I don't
And they're paying us.
yeah.
we don't have any
No.
expense attached.
And that's the use of stuff, yeah. So,
yeah, that's good. Any other questions on page C?
No. No. Go ahead and hold.
Yeah.
We still have money left over from modernization,
We do, yes.
and what's it your type of?
We're finishing up the asset management plan.
Okay.
And, I believe there's another, emergency management fund.
Yeah.
The 15,000 from working funds is for the columbarium, which was year take from last year, didn't get done.
Yeah.
And we have 12,000 in election reserves to bring in this year.
mhm.
And the road equipment funds, 1,000, that's for the truck. Yeah. Have we got any word on our truck?
I'm just waiting on one more quote on a cabin chassis and I'll have an answer to move forward on that.
Yeah, okay.
I did make an alteration on page 4 here under recreation, there was bicentennial park.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I took that out and put in town hall, so we have a town hall reserve fund that was to be used for upgrades and maintenance on this building.
Yes, and we need that.
We had discussed last year the painting and new flooring.
Mhm.
We finally, well, we had a quote last year, but the contractor was unable to follow through. So we got it requoted and so I put the town hall money in to cover that for this year. So it'll be around 26,790.
So then that's the paint, new flooring and the sound things,
not sound things.
not the sound things?
No, that's just painting and flooring, all the doors, trims, walls, ceiling, finished,
Drywall repairs.
drywall repairs.
Yeah, the carpet is, you can smell
Okay
it.
with that?
I,
Council was okay with that?
Mhm.
I'm okay with that because I think that's something that's overdue.
Is that something that we would want to have a resolution and to accept the quote so that
How much is it?
So quote came in 26,000 plus HS, or 27,600 plus HST.
And that includes the flooring and the installation and
Yeah, installation, painting, they supply everything, baseboards. Damaged drywall through offices. Labor, moving furniture. Yeah,
Staff will be helping with a little bit of the moving.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
Mhm.
now the reserve fund doesn't quite cover it, but I did adjust another line. It was on page 3, we did pass it. Under penalties of interest. Yeah, that at 50,000, I took out 51, 276, and that balances everything. We've been seeing a trend of over $50,000 every year, and it seems. You save with that there. Now we'll cover all that purchase.
We need a resolution for that, we need it done, then.
One forward with full.
If we have to, yeah, we're going to do it, we have to.
We have it ready for at the end, and then.
Yeah. Yeah. Who is it, we still do
Evergreen Builders, Builders.
Oh.
We reached out to a number of different contractors, but these types of jobs that they interested in.
it?
So
Yeah,
these guys are.
Looking for which
The
oh, so they'll do it right away then, that's good.
next, yeah, that's what, 5 to 6 weeks, they will start.
Yeah.
That was the only change on page 4.
Page 5. We're looking at the increase in members of council, are we getting a raise?
So what I've included in there is, money for new laptops
Okay,
and what it would cost to have all the setup and everything ready to go. Another thing that I was going to suggest to council, I know the township of Liberty Richards just implemented microphone system for those council chambers that connects to the owl. The audio is much
Yeah.
better, so it would be something like county council or maybe
Yeah, press the button to talk.
microphone.
Yeah.
And I think we priced that whole system out to be about $1,200. If council is interested in that.
I think it would be a good idea because the YouTube videos are not great.
Yeah, watch.
Oh, well, they're not.
I've never been on.
I have, and they're not good to listen.
I think that would solve your sound issue, and you wouldn't have that echo.
That.
So we wouldn't have to maybe look at putting in a sound barrier,
Okay,
so that might mitigate that issue.
we could try it and see. Okay. Darn, I thought I was gonna be last year.
Well, that is totally up to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Council discussion,
Yeah, exactly.
so.
We'll leave it to the next. The modernization fund expense capital. Is that for here? Is that the?
That's what we just discussed.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah, okay. That's it. I like it. And then we're budgeting. Or that's our election expense with the, yeah, from reserve running, but.
I guess we don't have a reserve schedule.
Draft copy.
Yeah.
That would be helpful.
Anything that, so we had surplus after 2025, right?
Yeah.
And you've put it into reserves in certain sections.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just gonna spread it. With that. Eight compared to. It was a change there, it's 28,066 dollars, that's the letter for the tax included. But then it's not on the revenue side. Look at town hall funds and.
Yeah.
Cooperation too with. Tax penalties. Yeah.
Our reserves are healthy, they went up. So we have 33,000 in our shoreline reserve. So if we have a recreation project, we can use that money, that's very. Yeah. What about paving the parking lot over there? Did you ever think of that?
Yeah, that would be nice.
You could probably use that money for that.
So as we get
I
down,
don't think so, it's capital.
we get down a little bit further, we've done some lighting upgrades to. Marina.
Okay,
I propose we use 7,500 as well.
okay,
Shoreline to offset.
okay.
But yeah, that would be a future project.
Because that way the kids can play out there too, like. You could paint different things on it, especially for the game on, like, they would probably use it.
It would,
And if you have a
make our
kids channel,
accessibility a little more.
pardon?
It would, help with our accessibility. The
Yeah.
facility, yeah.
And if they have a kids camp too, they could use it for games. In terms of fence of them? Yeah. It's a thought. So we still have the $25,000 sitting in reserves for the leasing. We're not pulling that this year. It's only if you're really in a,
Yeah.
You see in each department, we have funds going into research.
yes, I noticed that, I like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think it's nice, being that it's election year, that we lead
Revenues fell.
a health issue, a financial situation that is the income funds.
The offset would be recycling, it's really.
Yeah, that helped.
Yeah.
Check.
Oh.
Yeah.
So doing our own safeties has helped a lot on recurring maintenance.
Yeah, if we're heading to that page, I had some figures jotted down for you, roughly what it saves.
Page 5.
I'm looking at the protection, fire services,
Oh.
building maintenance, what is that? 17,000.
So one of the wells, the fire wells have failed, so we're looking at putting in well.
Okay.
Any other questions, page 5?
Yeah.
Jump around.
Oh, I'm on page 7.
Oh.
No, I'm still on 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen the 25,000 there with a check mark.
Yeah. That was a good idea.
Page 6, we're good.
Yeah, yeah.
I see we put money in for a vehicle.
Yes, so for the last number of years, we've been discussing and talking about piece of equipment that we are able to use off-road or for live covers
Yeah.
and any emergency situations involved now. So
Okay,
I can't count on my fingers anymore how many times our own personal firefighters have used their own
Yeah.
equipment to
Yeah.
be able to access off-road situations, so I figured this year was a good year to explore that.
that's good.
Hopefully be able to make something out.
Looks good.
I hear a door.
It's done.
Is it?
Probably, he said he did something.
So there's some highlights of the small tools and equipment with fire, open up new wage acts. Some upgrades to our ice water gear. Some helmets and PPE for our firefighters.
Yeah.
Some of the bigger highlights, some new rope.
Okay. Page 7.
And just to, I don't know if the board mentioned it or not, but the money, you're taking for the well at the fire hall. After doing some research, we found that the gas tax, the CCBF, funding can be used towards that. So,
We use for drinking water and upgrades and their halls.
Oh,
Gas tax.
okay. Good evening. We're on page 7.
Page 7.
Yeah.
Perfect. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
So the budget they put together has a 2% increase. Okay.
That's it.
I see.
I see other people using 2%. Is there a reason we use 2%? I just don't think that way.
it worked there.
Yes, I've seen other people in different places, not particularly in municipality, but other places seem to be at 2% too, which is
Okay.
kind of a strange number.
It's an option here.
Yeah,
Right.
well, it must be.
I
That's
see
what it
one
is.
municipality, I don't know if it's Allison, Adams and Bromley. Or Portland, maybe, is that 2.5%. So. Something.
Yeah, there's someone pulled in with me. Well, you know.
How are you?
I'm good. How's it
going?
Popping in, doing inspection things, and heading back in.
Good to see you. And we're just going into building services.
Come back.
So the setup is the same with Carlo Mio. With this new building inspector, so we pay him bill.
Page 8 then?
Mhm.
Page 8?
Yep.
You have an extra of this for that?
I did the whole test.
That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
On to page 9, down roads.
Oh, I will meet that.
Is that the actual number for the policing services? Is that really all of it? Okay, I was thinking it was gonna be worse. Based on what I was hearing.
40,000.
No, it's still, it
Yeah.
felt like it was gonna be worse. than
Yeah,
Yeah.
say 11%.
Well, yeah, well, original number they floated was 13, and then they said they were sure,
Yeah, yeah.
so. Oh, no, it's a lot of money, but I was thinking that it'd be even a bit
Worse
worse.
than that, yeah.
Anybody else want on it?
I'm like,
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, we still have our 25,000 in, reserve that we put in last year for policing.
Okay, that's all.
Any problem with anybody, if you. Okay,
What's covered under vehicle maintenance?
that is our, everything from bumper to bumper on a vehicle. So that's our numbers. For vehicle safeties and any maintenance related items at all. So you see, there's your actuals, year to year, and there's your savings of just doing it with safety in-house.
Yeah, we wouldn't do,
So we got between vehicle and equipment maintenance, you're $45,000 saved.
So vehicle maintenance is licensed vehicles and equipment maintenance is
Yeah.
graders and loaders.
Graders, loaders, stuff like that. Yep. We weren't quite sure last year going into the new setup where to place numbers, but we were pretty close. There was some overages in the equipment. Again, things break down unforeseen and cost a lot of money to fix things these days. But being able to do a lot of repairs in the house, it's just the parts that we have to buy.
Yeah. Parts that really went up.
Parts have really gone up, yes. So,
big savings with the crash being certified.
absolutely,
That's huge.
absolutely. We bumped up the vehicle maintenance a little bit this year. We are expecting to have gone through, John had a chance to look at all the vehicles now and see where things are at and some tires that need to be done. Some other little things that he's spotted, maybe you wanna look at doing this next year, just to get ahead of it, but. It's kind of where we're at with that either.
Well, it's far away from what it was 4 years ago.
Yeah. For sure. Building maintenance, I'm looking at, maybe some email upgrades for Waterville shop. We've talked about it a few times now, put it off, but we're at the end of our life, we thought for this, it has to happen this year.
What are you looking at when
We're gonna switch to propane. Yeah. We switched this garage to propane 3 or 4 years ago now, and
the heat pump or?
no, it's the hanging.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Grass heater,
yeah,
oversized
yeah.
grass heater.
Same ideas that we have in the warehouse.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
overhead.
So it seems to work very well.
Well, the furnace in Quadville is overhead too.
It is, yeah, it's suspended from sitting too.
Yeah.
But there's no dock work with this, it's just its own unit.
Yeah. Well, I think at one time there was a wood furnace in there.
There's quite like them, yeah.
Way back at the beginning, man.
When I worked down there was one.
Yeah.
So we just put 1 or 2 and.
There'll be 2 then, yeah, it's just the way it's split up.
And they just hang by the doors usually. Central.
No, depending on the front wall of the shop and then would go across the vehicle stone. Yeah.
And I suggest that we get them signing here. There's nothing on our garage, just where letters were. And our sign out there is falling over.
We looked at that as well.
Good.
I would not include anything in the budget for that, but we can relook at it.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's
it's not
not,
gonna be $10,000.
no,
Should probably find some money somewhere to do that.
Yeah.
It would be kind of nice to have good signage.
yeah, good.
No matter who's on council or whatever, it just
Yeah.
would be nice to have.
Go to page 10. This is where your road projects start. So we put some money in for crack seal over this year. Speed money for the truck. The way things are looking right now, that's going to go up. But we'll go ahead.
Who?
I don't know yet. Right now, if I go with the highest, quote would be under 40,000 probably. Yeah,
So it's increased by 125.
no, we projected 125 in 2024 when we tendered, and just with the inflation and then the tariffs. The cab chassis have gone through the roof. So, right now, if I go with the highest quote right now, we're at a $39,000 increase to that,
Okay,
so. But,
it's not surprising,
no,
sadly.
I was hoping that international could have done better, and
Yeah,
They're just
that's,
passing.
international not the highest yet, they're the lowest right now, but I'm waiting on another quote to get the bid.
The consumer has to pay for it, that's the problem, if folks getting it that long.
Yeah.
Nobody will eat the cost.
The way things are sounding and the way that international was bidding on jobs, that they were quite aggressive and they were supposed to be $30,000 to $40,000 under everybody, but now it's got the new pricing and it's, they're up there, everybody else right.
Yeah, like the tariff thing's just so out of control.
So if that's the case, we'd probably look at the money that was put in the reserves in the roads last year, and take it back and don't. So there's River Road is our project for this year to finish up. So we'll have that for
Yeah, so just sort of to go back, so in the final budget, we'll actually put the projected number before.
Yeah, I would.
Add 40 on top of 125.
We'll work it back in once I have the vote with where to go with. So River Road, that includes hot mix, ditching, there's one large culvert to replace. Some signage, some gravel application on the corners, just to widen some stuff up. So right now, we're projecting 402,000 for that.
On last year's projects, you guys came in pretty good on.
yeah.
Trout Lake was pretty well dead on, and, Brewster Road we saved.
Yeah, so there's, I mean, there, you guys did well. Come in under budget.
There's some uncertainties there, we had a little widening, we won't get ready to start with. We weren't quite sure what it was going to take, but, we came in under again, so should. Anything more for Jen? So just for street lights, it won't say no. And then we get into waste.
So one of the big savings this year, of course, is the recycling and that.
Yeah, like that, and
Nothing really out of the ordinary. Plan in here. Portion of the flower office coming there, no waste as well. You see that? It's in here.
That's pretty good for our waste sites, yeah.
They did, the 25,000 contribution to reserves and then all.
Yeah.
See that, but it's good.
Good.
Page 13, just continuing with the waste. Really, they were ordinary on that one.
Cause, obviously that's complete. Oh, we don't have to.
Page 14.
Has CC, whatever that, have they
Yeah.
applied for senior community grant?
Yeah. No, we're not gonna do that.
No. No. Why does go with their seniors lunch on donations? That's amazing.
It's good. Those maintenance is down.
Grass maintenance is down, we took the grass contract out, now that we have full labor.
It'll be back to the
So we're gonna try back, yeah, we're still in the own grass, it's significant, so.
Yeah, that will make a big difference.
In building maintenance, that's where you plan for some furnace work.
Building maintenance is the lighting upgrade, we spoke there, just before you get in there.
So go with some LED stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
switching our own LED.
Yeah, you'll see big savings. I've relit my warehouse twice now, and every time I change it, you see the savings.
See savings.
Yeah, it comes back.
Yeah,
In a few years, you'll recover that. The ROI is pretty good.
Yeah. Good.
And you'll like the lighting.
That's
It's really good.
better,
You'll enjoy how nice and bright it is.
absolutely. Other than that, that's,
Are we running, student for a kids camp this year again?
That was something that the recreation committee put on.
Last year? I thought it was the student recreation committee. Who's
No,
gone,
that was in the summertime,
yeah,
yeah. So at this point, not done with it.
okay,
you hasn't proposed any plans for them, so.
No.
just Kim and that girl did it.
Yeah.
Work did with that.
Yeah, that's
And
important.
Rec did help with that. They helped with it, but only as volunteers. They were done at that time already.
No,
No?
no, there was a rep member every day for it.
Okay.
What about the summer student stuff? I already see everybody advertising. Hired kids, right?
Yeah.
We didn't apply for some students this year.
Didn't apply for it, okay. Is this the first time we haven't done that? Don't we always kind of bring in some students for the summer?
Mhm. There's been years that we haven't had
Yeah.
any students.
Just no need to have anybody, don't we have anything needed?
Well, we have the labor position now, we found a lot of the times, it was more of a.
I understand.
It's great for the experience
Yeah.
program, but
Honestly,
honestly, I think it's more staff, so.
Oh, no, I- you do the same programs through work and it becomes, but I mean, I understand the value too, where it helps
Yeah,
give the kids a bit of
oh,
exposure.
for sure, no, it's good for the kids, but we're gonna try.
I know it ties up resources.
Yeah,
I understand that.
I'm trying to make out with it, one most good for this year anyway.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
How is, Gaten making them?
he's doing good. It's catching on, yeah. I haven't heard any negative feedback from any of the happens at the community center. Ice looks good. Seems to be doing all right.
I would think he would do well around equipment.
Yeah, some of these are good, some of it's new to them, right, so it's a little bit of a learning curve, yeah,
But he'll catch on to it.
oh, yeah, no.
I wouldn't think he'd be terribly reluctant to learn all that.
No, well, he can throw on anything, he's not scared of it. Yeah.
You know, I'm just in street working. Four seasons start. Standard, knowledge there. The libraries, I believe, Natalie from.
Yeah, she's coming next week, right? Yeah.
The planning.
And that's basically
You mean,
an in and out.
Yeah.
For those expenses, we have a revenue summary for it.
So is there anything that council would like to see in the budget that we haven't included, that we haven't talked about? I'd like to see anything taken out of the budget.
So this are we on balanced?
We are balanced at 2%.
Are we? You're balanced, okay.
Yeah. Let's see, good.
And included in there is the contract to have this building of like drywall repair, painting, carpet out, floor, flooring. That's included and they have, the contract, we have passed a resolution to accept it, right?
For something like that, do we put that to RFP or tender out or?
It's a small enough contract, and we just got the quotes. We reached out to a number of contractors, there was only one
Just to
considered.
kind of give them the bid spec.
Yeah,
So
so
they
there's
never, bid is showing with like they can say that would, there's no big question.
only one that showed up.
Oh, only one person was interested in submission.
What is left owing on this? No, okay.
Yeah, how long is it?
No, city, line for, yeah, but it's.
My third.
Oh,
23rd.
I was thinking 39.
What's remaining with this?
Yeah.
How much?
We're talking years. Well, it was a lot, they shot.
Well, it's not a big.
I know, it's so much.
They're only paying 13,000 a year.
I know, it's hard.
That's crazy. I'm paying $4,000 for interest on $13,000, so that's enough.
Yeah. This we don't seriously hold CIF as exhibit. Yeah, so,
Yeah.
So, yeah, the last payment is December 24th.
So that's 8 more years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then where was this? Done, started. I wasn't on council then.
No.
2014.
It's been done then just
2011.
before that.
So I love the.
It's not just that I just remember seeing it somewhere where it did.
I thought so too. I know I've seen what was spent, but they're committed. Into transportation.
Just before I come, I shall.
And we need more room.
Would be nice to have some more room, that's for sure.
We'll budget that 20, what is it, 35?
Put on.
35 additional.
Yeah, starting right over another 5 years.
Maybe
So
we
how
can
much
put
is
it
this
in,
old? That
There you
one?
go.
I'm just curious, like, we're paying what, 13?
13,000.
Beginning of 2026, 116,875.
We all. Is that on principle? Or that's
Remaining principal.
what was yours principal due? We're paying Jesus. $6,875 a year on principal.
That's, twice a year.
Oh, twice a year. Yeah, so we're paying, yeah.
Paying down, paying down 12,000 interest.
Why did they do it over a shorter term?
Since 2014. Wow.
We pay more in interest than the principal.
You mentioned space. I'm curious,
This project was proposed to be double, just rooms.
Yeah,
So it's like
go back.
for office storage for files and. Yeah. But it was,
this is storage.
Yeah.
You have enough office space, like, or issue.
it,
That's what I'm thinking, probably starting to get tight, but
right now it is.
Yes, if we get to the point of, and that was something you had mentioned that maybe we want to think about if we need extra. Where do we put them?
well, just like the good old days, not to get it portable like school. Bring it portable.
Bring your trailer to work.
And guess what?
No, I'm not trying to.
You just didn't get a seat there.
There you go. Neither. Yeah. Oh, build a fence.
More or less, now. It's definitely something that should be in some kind of a plan.
Which that,
We should, I said, if it's their fund, we should put something in a plan, like for the township, like, you know, a 3 or 5 year plan. To do something like that. Start planning.
Maybe additionally or something.
yeah.
There should be some funding.
Yeah, I think it would be good to extend this back and you could look at if you need another office and storage and whatever. Have to see how it connects to that.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's a little bit of engineering would have to be, you know, involved, but it wouldn't hurt to,
Well, you could take the roofs down that way then.
wouldn't hurt to plan, you know.
The big issue at the time was
Septic.
septic, it goes back there.
Oh, and they didn't have enough money to move the city. Yeah. Mhm.
Right.
There's no.
Still we should plan,
Eh?
we still should plan, right?
You could go that way.
Drop them out on the ball field,
Well, you
right?
could fill it though.
Pretty well. By the time you fill it, you're tight against the ball field there. Not going this way anymore.
Yeah, put it on the back of your head or something.
Need the truck to side.
Make it easier to move the septic.
Yeah.
We can do that.
There was talk. Not this council, but council before this.
I know what you're going to say.
About amalgamating the roads, garages, And bringing everything together in one central spot.
Yeah,
On the corner of Dining Road.
Oh, you would have to charge for that.
well, that was actually my thought back when we got the municipal mobilization money way back, it was.
Start that, working towards that,
Yeah,
that's what should have happened.
yeah.
Was there any planning put together or forecasting or?
For the road bridge,
Yeah, for some
the idea can still just.
Peter Lim. Cause again, these are all great things, and it's too bad somebody didn't put a little bit of
Yeah.
plan together, right? Because if you don't have a plan, you kind of lose focus and then it never really happens, and if it's really a good idea.
There's a lot of things happening at council.
No, I understand, I understand.
Well, I mean, for years, there was nothing you could do.
So it would
Going
be,
forward though.
it would be nice to plan, I mean.
Yeah,
Whether council changes in the fall or not, I mean, it's nice to plan and have some
Yeah.
kind of a way forward or a thought of a way forward.
Yeah.
Never hurts, I mean, buildings are aging for sure.
oh, for sure, yeah.
And if you don't plan, it'll never happen.
Our neighbors are building a new rose garage, maybe we can get some ideas from them.
What is that?
They're building their rose garage with the possibility of an extension for a municipal office with that.
Oh,
Where's that?
Yeah,
Pager.
I can't.
nothing's moving at the moment, but
Is that going to be over the fire holidays?
yeah, and then
Well, that's when the EV station's going to go.
yes, that's a little further down, they're going to the other side of it.
Yeah, opposite side of the road, but it's still, it's kind of.
We can get some ideas from that, just like price wise and things.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah, I know right now it's tough, it's just nice if, prices of materials and stuff can just stabilize, yeah, right?
Yeah,
So when you want.
and I think within years, we'll find that things have settled.
what would have been $2 million bill
Yeah.
5 years ago, double, but
Yeah.
lost now.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, once you get into something like this. Yeah.
So I guess my question to staff is, do you think you need extra help? Or what's the situation?
But I know we asked George what he thought.
You know, some banking on it, and I really don't know how much more I can download. There's,
Well, how many jobs,
certain obligations that I have.
how many jobs do you have?
Oh, jeez.
No, but I'm being serious, right? You're,
Roads, fire,
yeah,
there's waste, right? There's, building maintenance in here basically, and I look after most of it. IT support, no, so the list goes on, there's a lot, but I have walked in here, I think we managed pretty good, for the most part, in our days, but yeah, we're behind on a few things.
so many times you go home at night, going, gee, I got the balls in the air, which one's gonna go? How many times you worry about that when you're going to bed?
Every day, but we haven't dropped any balls with
No, but I mean,
it.
back to work-life balance, right?
I know,
I'm not trying to force anybody to hire anybody or anything, but we have a responsibility as council to look out for you guys as well.
we appreciate that. Just that, I don't, the way things are right now, budget wise, I don't know if we can really financially do. It's less than that. It would be nice with that, but
Sometimes you have to make tough decisions, and you know, right? If it's best for the staff.
So is that the feeling of all staff?
Your turn.
Well, I concur with Jordan that Sundays. A little extra help would be beneficial, but. We're managing.
You know, I just like I don't like the sound of it.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of, well, we're making it work. I don't feel like we're doing enough to help you. Are you,
Well, I mean, if we're gonna hire someone else, we mean to hire a CAO
yeah,
to
well,
oversee everything,
we need to.
lighten up his
yeah,
job.
We need to look at those things, right, because I don't want you that. I think there's probably too much work for this staff, yeah, but I mean, I can't tell you that, I'm not here every day, and I'm not the CAO, I don't see that, I mean, I don't know. We depend on you guys.
I don't think the CAO platform will work well within this municipality. Only because we don't have X number of department heads that need to report to council for them to manage. The CAO isn't gonna take weight off of it. It's not a design that's gonna effectively work here.
I haven't looked at other municipalities to see what CAOs do, what they carry, I haven't looked that far into it. To honestly see what work that what they do, I know what their role is, but what other tasks that they can take on. I know we're the only place without one, right,
No. No.
No,
in Renfrew County,
No.
no? Who else doesn't have them?
I'm not sure.
I don't know what then, but I know there's one.
Well, Headclar and Mariah doesn't, but they don't even have any employees right now. Well, maybe they have one.
And again, every other township has a lot more employees and a lot more departments to it too. Yeah.
I think every township has the same amount of departments, we all do the same thing, it's just less employees.
Different scale.
Yeah, I mean, Toulouse pretty close to.
I have a
Well,
little,
there's 13 people in their office alone. Compared to our 4.
and Barry's, but I don't even want.
Right now, in Barry Space 13, Joe is not in place.
But they're bigger too. Oh, yeah.
I think what makes it really hard though for us is when you hire an employee and give them a job description. To simply try and fill the role without putting you.
Oh, no, it needs to be a job.
Like that's,
You can't hire somebody to do three partial things. That's tough as well.
And that's why we kind of proposed what we proposed. A while back.
Yeah.
With that position, if it would have fell in, it would have taken off. Like right now, I look after 911 signs, that would have been nice, see you later, we could have got rid of that. County could have got rid of some planning stuff off her desk. Virginia,
emergency.
emergency management, there you go, there's 3 things that could have been gone right there for that, that's why we proposed what we proposed. To find a part-time person to do that, I mean, you won't find, I don't think you will, you won't find, no. So, you need full-time person.
Has our performance appraisals been done?
We finally just got the layout for them. So we're working towards it.
Templates or something like that, yeah.
So then any move in steps would be retroactive to January 1? Or, well, when did we go retroactive with our pay equity? To January 1 of 2025. So then any moving from step to step would have to go retroactive January 1 of this year. Because it goes on calendar year.
Most of our road staff are at the end of the line anyway, so we'll be on step forward.
Well, then we should be doing that. Starting it and moving it. So that there is room to,
So you know, we're expanding the grid.
well, that's what you have to do when you come to the end of the line.
So the numbers are very,
I would hope our big rocket bus last year in the staff, those on performance appraisals. Because
Should remember, still.
I know, that's why.
Who does performance for the prisons?
Jordan will do all of the.
They're the direct reports, all the truck guys and maintenance and stuff.
Virginia will do,
Everybody else?
and we will do Virginia. Do you do Jordan?
We have an org chart.
Yes, you do.
Do it, okay.
Yeah. Do you do Jordan? I think so. Yeah. Julia. So.
How long does it, how long does it take you to do your performance by us?
It's gonna take them a while.
I know.
The thickness of the package that we got, yeah, it's gonna take a bit.
How many people do you have?
Six.
Six. I know every year when I do something else, you have to go through
We would have more than six.
Roast story stuff,
Huh?
roast staff and gave,
And Troy.
there's still something.
So. Yeah, and they get to,
There's a portion on there for them.
For them.
sorry, yeah.
okay. Any other questions on the budget, Kevin?
No,
And is there anything else anybody wants to see in them?
No, I was just wondering, we receive OCI every year, correct?
Yeah.
So. Would we include that in revenue? What?
Not what we're receiving this year. What we don't use, in the bridges and whatnot goes into reserves.
Yeah.
Which has to be spent before we spend what we're allocated for.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's a weird,
it is kind of weird, so.
yeah, because you have to do your report.
Yeah.
when do they send you that? Is that after you do your budget? So you know where after you do it? Yeah.
I have the. So for 2026, we're receiving 276,830.
276. 830.
So 400 go to that, please. That is it's come on.
Yeah.
If it's in the reserve schedule, the OCI wasn't for any roads. Which that's sad.
In the reserves.
Yeah.
No, you're looking at,
Oh, the reserve lines?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the road, that's the step, okay.
Yeah.
you won't see it in the schedule.
Okay, yeah, so we don't keep a line specifically. For the OCI.
No, it would be. No.
Set. Okay, well, that's fine.
Because it would show our. What we used.
Yeah.
And you can use that money wherever you need it, right?
No, it's over roads.
Just roads only?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it's, so roads or things to do with roads or roads only?
Roads, infrastructure, does it include,
Is that-
water and wastewater? No.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you said the well was gonna be done?
Gas tax.
Oh, gas tax.
Gas tax.
So if you needed an engineer to do something with roads, you couldn't, that would cost you, okay, that's, okay, so anything to do with roads, okay.
I guess there's been no specific, wastewater or anything like for those, say, replacing major culverts and the programs out there the last while, and think,
Nothing, no, but I don't know.
You see, about like the same amount.
John Brady will.
For OCIF?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's very simple.
it's very similar, a slight increase or no?
And they're going to
It's fairly close.
It's pretty close.
Around the 270.
You're going to do
What is how the province calculates that?
Rockingham Road from Diamond Road
I
to
wonder how they figured that in,
Heritage.
how much you get.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
Is it based on the population in the township or?
That was out of my league,
That'd be good.
but yeah, they're doing Heritage and over
So you've got current replacement values and stuff. Median household incomes, weighted property assessments, there's a lot that goes into
Probably
it.
a lot to do with your asset management, that's it. Up and see where we are and like, right, with your assets, I would think. Yeah.
So the only way that number increases really is if your population increases.
But it's, right,
You've got the. That's their calculation.
I was just thinking there'd be some percentage of increase every year. The
yeah,
province.
I would think so.
So
I
they
think,
count-
I think that's one of the most common complaints of municipalities of. It should be like a tax at the rate of inflation.
Well, that's what I was kind of,
But I don't think it is.
I'm, trying to figure out how they pull that off, but will you give me any extra money?
2025 allocation was 272, 217, and 2026 is 276.
It's like,
Maybe it depends on how it is.
So I didn't have that meeting over.
Okay, kind of how good it is.
So that's.
Boy, you're a little bit, not what you said, it's, you know,
Once they get the final piece of our asset, then we plan to do.
she could increase and if they need, yeah, probably, we've been really good. Our asset management, really, I think, like.
If we move a lot of the group road by,
Oh, yeah, big time.
building, equipment, we may have all of the months,
Yeah, yeah.
it's, buildings, they're gonna,
Yeah.
we haven't done a lot with, so. Let's see, we follow the plan, well, we better do a bigger tax increase anyway,
Yeah.
So has anybody else got any other concerns about the budget? This is the best budget meeting we've had.
So we're passing it at the next meeting.
you're gonna put all the monkeys back in the barrel, shake it around.
Yeah.
See, soon start over.
Uh, yeah, yeah.
No, you guys got any really want
The only thing left really hanging is the EV truck,
Yeah,
for the most part, and you can tidy that up and.
yeah,
Well, I mean, we can do that with. We don't have to change the percentage, we'll just
No, we can work with.
bring it in to
Might be able
balance the out,
to move a few things around.
yeah.
yeah. But I'm glad we're gonna get the inside of the office.
Well, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
It needs some
Oh,
maintenance.
like I said, you smell the carpet. It can be healthy.
Everything's freaking expensive though.
Yeah, I know.
I got some close to some stuff at work and it's scared like I
Yeah.
was gonna add a shower at work, $100,000.
I hope.
Just a shower. $100,000.
Yep, that's what I was quoted, $100,000, so wow. Floors, my new floors, I need to fix my floors up, I've been seeing problems with some of my floors. 55,000.
Alright.
And that's how it's,
3,000.
3,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy.
And like they said, they updated what you need to make an auto line, but it is still for I think it's 126,000 on board.
Okay, so we have a resolution that council for the corporation of the township of Broomell and Dalton Raglan hereby accept. I think that's accept the quote from Evergreen Builders in the amount of $27,600 plus HST for flooring and painting in the municipal office, and further that the funds be pulled from the town hall reserves as was allocated for that purpose. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Keller, second by Councillor Watt. Any comments, questions? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Opposed? None. The motion is carried. And we have a letter of request from Palmer Rapids Public School to do advertising in their cookbook. I think we should do a whole page for $50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good for ourselves to take on an initiative like that is. You guys can write up something.
They're hoping to have every answers back by the 1st of March, which is one.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
for sure.
It sounds fun.
Should we do that? With a resolution that council through the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan hereby approve the request in the amount of $50 for a whole page ad. Get a mover for that, please. I can move by Councillor Capel, seconded by Councillor Claude. Any comments or questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. That motion is carried. We have a motion that we council to the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindop and Raglan go into closed session pursuant to the Municipal Act 2001, section 239, so for the purposes of subsection B, labor relations or employee negotiations. Get a mover for that. Moved by Councillor Keller, second by Councillor Watt. Any comments, questions? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Yes. This is the regular meeting? The council comes out of the close at 8:46 PM. Moved by Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Capel. All those in favor? Motion is carried. During closed session, council discussed employee negotiations and gave direction to the clerk. Well, there's a motion for that. The council for the corporation of the township of Brunel and Dr. Raglan hereby direct the clerk to proceed with direction given in closed session. Moved by. Move. You? Yeah. Councillor Capel, seconded by. Any comments or questions? No. Call for the vote. All those in favor? Yes. Motion is carried. With resolution of the council for the corporation of the township of Brunel and Dr. Raglan hereby adopts bylaw 2026-13, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the February 25th, 2026 special meeting of council, having been read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. Moved by. Moved by Councillor Campbell, seconded by Councillor Watt. Any comments or questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor? Motion's carried. For the resolution to adjourn, that this meeting adjourns at 8:48 PM. Moved by. Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Claude. All those in favor? Yes. Motion is carried. So